Hey everyone, Ms. Wilkins here. I just wanted to do a video that's a little more in depth on Homey Part 2 for the bass for the first two patterns. So Homey 2, which is the first pattern in this packet, is a little tricky in that we have to use an open string. So our whole entire thing is we're going to come down here to yellow, which is our fourth position. This note that my finger is on yellow, is actually A. Okay, so that is an octave above your A string. And if I use my open G string, if I go back and forth on G, I can get the notes that I want for Homey 2 in fourth position. I want G, A, B, G, A, B, A. Okay, so that's the Homey pattern for Homey 2. It's a little funky in that, you know, you're playing a half step, and and then you have the Homey low 2 pattern coming up. So just generally memorize this, or if you need to have the music right next to you, just so that you remember what they are when you're playing with the others. Just doing it slowly, 4 notes to a bow. So that is the Homey 2 pattern that matches up with the violins, violas, and cellos. Now when I go to the Homey low 2 pattern for the rest of the orchestra, this one's even a little more stranger for the bass, but it's a good pattern to know about and to be able to execute, because this involves playing A flat, otherwise known as G sharp. So again, I'm going to use my open G string, but from my A position here on yellow, I'm going to go down a half step and put my finger in between red and yellow. That gives me, however you want to think about it, either G sharp or A flat. So from here I can play G, A flat, and B flat, which would be a whole step. Okay, so those are the notes I'm looking for. So all you need to do is just anchor yourself smack dab in the middle between that red and yellow tape, or G and A, to get A flat, and then I have my Homey low 2 pattern that I can play with the rest of the orchestra. One more. Notice I didn't lift up my finger. I didn't, to get that open G for either of those patterns. What I did was I did what's called tunneling. So I have my finger. This is why it's so important to have a round finger, because if you're playing like this, you can't tunnel. You can't get that G string and still hold on to this note. So it's much more efficient not to have to raise your finger, okay, if you're coming back to a note. So that's called tunneling. So that's why we keep saying everything needs to be round and like the cello C, or you're holding a Coke bottle in your hand, one of those things, so that if I need to play a tunnel and get that string underneath my hand, I can. All right, folks, that's it for this one video. I may do a couple more broken down for the bass for Homey Part 2, just because they're a little tricky. All right, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.